We did it, bisexuals. Thank you, bisexuals. So, thank you, bisexuals. As always, honestly.
This is Shana.
And Kris.
And we are Bad Queers. If you came out of the closet and got put in a box of stereotypes you don't belong to, then welcome to the Bad Queers Club.
All right. This week in Queer Urban Dictionary, I have LLL, triple L, or late in life lesbian. Fun one. This refers to a woman who embraces or comes into her lesbian identity later in adulthood, often after her 20s, sometimes in the 40s, 50s, or beyond. This may come after past heterosexual relationships, marriages, or having children. My examples are Niecy Nash Betts, Sophia Bush, and Chriselle Staus are examples of triple L's. We love our
most proud of
triple L's.
Getting Niecy, honestly.
Yeah, I think I tried to do it in the order in which we're proud of. Niecy, Sophia, Chriselle. I didn't watch Selling Sunset, beautiful woman, but shout out to her.
Yeah, that one was just okay, girl. But Niecy, that was a win
Niecy
for us.
Sure. Niecy
that was a big win.
Niecy is married.
Like happy, joy. Her kids are happy. All the
doing
things.
Videos for her wife, like showing
up in her music videos,
all the way in, like face first,
making cameos for her music videos, all the things.
Nose deep, face first. Okay, married in it. Okay, all right,
matching Christmas outfits,
all of it. Last name hyphen.
Okay, the hyphen
in it. And thriving as well,
Totally thriving, and we love it.
Thriving, honestly. Still one of the most positive stories to come out of COVID. Again, just that 2020 when they dropped that, honestly.
That was like
nowhere.
Such a saving grace for COVID.
We're married. Like it had happened. Like it's just like what? Like the shock of she's coming and it's done. She's married. Like it's just like it wasn't like they're just coming out as a relationship because it's like but like they already did it. Like they're in it. So right? Were they married at the time? They were married already, right? Were they married? Let me check. I want to live Google this. But either way, it was.
But it was beautiful. Like the announcement did come. It was like, oh hey, I'm in a relationship, and then.
Yep, married 2020.
It came to that. Yeah,
it sure was. So they're married, so it was just already
beautiful for us.
Already did it. Shout out to both of them.
I love them so much.
So great.
So much.
So great. What you got?
All right, my Queer Urban Dictionary word of the week is strap and B. Strap and B. So this is basically a hilarious term to identify a lesbian R&B song. So I laughed at this. This is my sentence. Is K1 in a recent interview where somebody asked if they liked the Strap and B title, if they identified with it, all of that. K1 doesn't want to be in the Strap and B category because they don't want to be boxed in. They are just an R&B singer. They don't want to be limited to being just a lesbian R&B singer. But K1, just so you know, that is how the people are going to put you in that category of things. And, I feel like it should just be a good subcategory that you add to your bubble. But like as a podcast
as well, it's a good Strap and B.
Who was it? They listed like Sid, Kehlani.
Yeah.
All of our folks that we could have in here, we could just have our own Strap and B playlist so that more people bring awareness to the queer R&B singers, because I don't think they get a lot of visibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, you're gonna see it like pop up on Spotify or something for Pride for next month. It's like, listen to our Strap and B
should we just
playlist.
Make it?
The Strap and B playlist? Might as well. Yeah. We do have our playlist still and stuff.
We do.
Might as well. There's people on there for sure. Yeah.
You all tell us. Should we make
a
Strap and B playlist?
We'll start it. They'll add songs,
They'll add to it.
I'm sure we have some we can get kicked off. So I like that.
I like it.
Okay.
All right. Community efforts.
All right.
Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and praise, pray, tell. Just to let you all know, in this category is no politic. Yeah. No politic. I feel like we can only do this like every other week with y'all because of how much it is being thrown in our faces. And so we
Yeah.
are going to highlight some other news and, of course, talk about sports because the WNBA season has started. And so we got to talk about it. But we're going to try and we're going to alternate between the stories and things so that you're not getting the heaviness everywhere.
Yeah.
Is what we're going to do. So
culture and life focus.
Yes.
You know?
Culture, life. Culture, life, and sports is what today
There's
is.
only so much we could say at this point. There'll certainly be more things to say, but there's nothing to say here. So it's, is what it is. So more positive stories.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, our first category is the Smithsonian National Museum of African Art opens its first and largest exhibition of LGBTQ plus African art. I saw some of the pictures. It looks stunning.
Yeah, I saw this on Gay Magazine. Shout out to them. This was delayed, but it is finally here. And coincidentally, the exhibit is called Here, Pride and Belonging in African Art. Again, described as the first and the largest exhibition of LGBTQ plus African art, featuring nearly 60 works and 30 LGBTQ plus artists from Africa and the diaspora. The project grew from a planned book into a full exhibition and companion volume, the Here Project, which will feature work from those 70 queer artists we mentioned before across painting, photography, digital art, fashion, installation, and performance. They tried to delay it. Trump tried to delay it in the sanitizing history. Because this was actually initially planned to go live around the World Pride last year in May in DC. But it was delayed due to budget and scheduling issues. So the exhibit pushes back against the idea that queerness is absent from African history and culture. So it's highlighting pride, belonging, and diversity within African queer identity. It is open in DC through August 23rd of this year. So y'all go see it if you can. Quick child, because they just, the way they doing stuff, go see it if you can. But I am happy this exists. We definitely deserve this. And it's going to live on in some form too, even after the 23rd, I'm sure. So yeah. We got a busy summer of museums, and Obama's library opening is like,
yes, it's happening in
June, right? Okay, during
Pride. So I'm literally right by the Obama building. Yes. So I will be in there. There's like, the more I see, they've done a bunch of top-down views of it. Mm-hmm. I look over there and I'm like, how do they get that much space for it? Because you look at it from the front when you drive by, it really doesn't look like there's a ton happening. But when they did the aerial view of it, I said, that is huge. Where is it going? And how can I not see it from this other key site? So I'm really excited because a lot of it is just open to the public. It is a consistent open to the public type space, from the courts to the podcast recording rooms.
It's a real library.
There's a whole beautiful park in the back that you could just go and wander and walk around to and stuff. And so I was like, I'm so excited for
that's gonna be so nice.
Here. It's going to be great. Like, the building is really cool. For a while, it really didn't look like it was anything, because I kept looking at it, and there was a long period that I did not realize that it was the Obama building being built. And mind you, I had football practice next to it multiple times a week. Had no idea that's what was being built. No,
I haven't seen the plans, but I don't believe they'll be able to do it.
Right. I said, I don't know. I think it's in this neighborhood. And then I came by, and one day they put a sign up, and I said, hey, did y'all know? And my teammates were like, Shana, please. I said, got it. Okay.
If there's one thing y'all excel at, is building, spacing, urban planning. Okay, Chicago has it. So even if you didn't see it, or it looked like it's like catacombs, it's like, how are you going to fit this library?
Truly.
You guys would figure it out. It would look beautiful.
Truly.
Obviously a park in there, because y'all have everything is like a park, which is just so beautiful. So like, if anything, y'all would totally figure it out, like how to have it all together. I'm sure it's going to be such a peaceful, nice community space. So shout out to that. So you are gonna go. I'm sure it's gonna be nuts. Obviously the rest of the year for sure, but and beyond. But
I will be there. I'm gonna be in there. Gotta make some friends. Gotta hang out in the spaces.
Yeah, and take advantage of like these historical moments. Like, I'm glad in hindsight that I braved maybe some of the coldest temperatures I've ever felt when I did the his first inauguration, I like went out there and we went early and all that. Such a cold day, but so worth it. Like you gotta take these historical moments, child, like good ones. So
Yes,
go and hang
100%.
out. So all right. Well, this next one is interesting and great to hear because it's going to go along with our your bad queer opinions. The category is Isaiah Rashad opens up about accepting his bisexuality. There's no manual. This is what he said. That was the headlining thing. I don't know if you saw the clip for this, but we'll also insert in a little bit of what he said. Speaking more openly about accepting his bisexuality after years of public speculation and personal reflection. For those who don't remember Isaiah Rashad, who's a rapper on TDE, which features SZA, formerly Kendrick, even though Kendrick does a lot of stuff with TDE, and Doechii. He was outed in 2022. Some private sex tapes with men were leaked without his consent. And, he went on to talk about that and do a series of interviews. But this is he's out promoting his first album, which is really good. And my shout out this week. But he went to the Breakfast Club, which is a notoriously hostile place and ignorant place for queer folks. But I will say we have pushed them it has certainly been our pushback has pushed that whole staff to be better about the questions they ask. So the interview was pretty good. They've come such a long way. Such a long way.
Also, like, how do they keep getting these good queer coming out stories on that show?
But you know how it is in our community with like problematic things that are still popular and that people pay attention to. The Breakfast Club isn't as powerful as it used to be, but it still is big. I know they have their iHeart deal, but they're now on Netflix, so they've been big in our space and just pop culture, obviously, for the last 10 plus years. So they still get these. And I think he went on the Breakfast Club when those tapes had leaked. Maybe not Breakfast Club. I think he talked to Joe Budden. So it was still problematic, to a lot of people where he went. So either way, they get these interviews, it's still on the rollout stop. If you're a certain level of act, you got to go to the Breakfast Club, especially for rap. I think you have to, just because they're like, you're going. Like, even if you don't want to, you don't have to do these podcasts, but you have to do the Breakfast Club. So because of their reach. So in the interview with the Breakfast Club, he talked about a bunch of things in just the past few years, because his last album was 2021. So, he was publicly outed in 2022 and just released an album. He said he spent the past few years getting to know himself, especially around masculinity, identity, and the expectations placed on him as a rapper. Rashad said the experience made him rethink control over his own narrative, especially after realizing he had put himself in a position where other people could define it before he could define it himself. So the biggest thing he said that was clipped up is that there's no manual for being a bisexual Black man, and that his fear was less about hiding who he was and more about not knowing how to avoid being ostracized, which was so honest. And I'm like glad, especially timing wise, that this clip is coming out and he's talking more openly about it, because he already went through the ringer of it. Like, people know, in the same way as Khalid, who was outed without his consent and, embraced that in his next album and in music. It's just like, now you can be who you are, but, talking about our societal pressures, his comments about masculinity and some of the things that are performative and quite frankly bad that you're taught with some masculinity was really great to speak to. And just, how it is being a bisexual Black man. I do think maybe the younger generations are more accepting, like in the straight woman world of bisexual men. But in general, we've got a long way. It's very difficult for bisexual men, but especially bisexual Black men of color. So you need more examples out there. You had Wayne Brady come out as pansexual, but again, you want to see younger people, different people, across the diaspora. But I was glad he did this, and I was glad the clip seemed to be received well. People are changing their attitudes. So, this goes a long way. Glad to say it.
Yeah.
See it.
Love to see
and
that.
I was glad the
Love to see it.
interview wasn't overshadowed by like ignorant questions around it. Because again, they've come a long way.
Historically.
They've a run, okay? Sometimes intentionally, sometimes, they've had an arc of trying to turn things around, but again, they did ask him, I think, things in a mostly respectful way and let him have the space to, really talk about everything he's learned, which is, again, valuable to a lot of folks out there,
Sure.
in the age that we, the other stuff that's out there. So glad to see it. Happy to see it. Shout out to Isaiah Rashad.
Right. And our last category is we had the WNBA opening weekend happen. And man, the games were great. It's
a good opening weekend.
Great opening weekend as it opened with chaos, statement wins, record-breaking scoring, including the first season opener where both teams scored at least 100 points. Plus,
the game.
The Aces lost by 33 points against Phoenix, of all teams. No
Phoenix
shade.
had
No shade.
a lot of time.
No shade against.
A lot of anger, a lot of feelings. Okay, they took it out. Everybody was like, "Whoa!" Because if you watch that game, it was over by the second quarter. Basically, you knew what was up. Like it was just like
they said, "Y'all remember?
All right, let them. Don't fight back." It was like literally okay, just let them have it. Don't fight back. And then they also had a game. The Aces had the next day. They played the Sparks in LA, so it felt like they got their rings. Very cool. You could turn it, you could twist it and take it off. I don't know if you saw that detail.
That was really cool. I did. I loved it because really the owner was so excited. He was like, so
Mark Davis
that
is over
y'all
there
can
like,
go out
can you
and do things. You can sit and turn it. He is, but he actually loves them.
He does. He does. But he loves them. So funny. They either really want to talk or they don't want to talk at all. Cut. I know. He still has that bowl cut. I don't understand it. Like, it is. His daddy didn't have that much better over hair. I don't know if you remember Al Davis's hair that he had, but that bowl cut that Mark Davis has, I don't know why. I mean, you can't clearly tell billionaires anything because somebody had to or should have said, you don't want to just try it up. And it doesn't even matter. Either way, he was very excited about that.
So excited.
Fortunately, it was very fun. It was good to get their rings and ring for some people. But yeah, they got curb stomped. And it was over by the second quarter. I turned after the second quarter, y'all got it. The Phoenix had a whole year to think about getting swept. And they knew what was up. So they were a very good start for them. Wow.
They said, never again.
Never again. Yeah, look, you can celebrate those rings, but this game, nah.
And that's it. Nah. That's all we celebrate.
Yeah,
because we ain't. That's it. Because I had my football game during the game, and so when we all came back, one of my teammates was like, "Damn." I looked at it, I was like, who scored? Who scored? Which one? Which one of these games was it? She said the Aces. And I was like, ooh, what'd the Aces do? She was like, they lost bad. And then we started watching the highlights. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Quiet in that arena.
I understand.
Yep, it's like, oh, okay. So, Vegas, How about that? Viva Las Vegas. But the Wings Fever game, great to watch.
Oh,
great opening game. That was such a good game.
Back and forth and back, back and forth and back. It was like nobody was missing.
Yes. No. It was really, the Fever came out in the third quarter and woke up for real because it was looking like, okay, Dallas really got this. I mean, it's just such a good, they have flipped everything with their, back-to-back first picks, obviously. But Paige and Enrique look wonderful together. You got Odyssey Sims, who is just I don't know how they ever even cut Odyssey Sims from these teams because every place she goes, she succeeds. She's such a good player to have on the team, but ate it up, and Caitlin had a better half, but really is, it's Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston had a really, really good game to, it was it was a good game. And then, Dallas was able to close it out. They missed some free throws at the end where I was like, all right, y'all, don't keep playing with these 3-point shooters here. But, they were able to close it out. So that was good to see. And just entertaining.
What else I loved seeing after was how folks pointed out that Paige had clearly been in the gym and has put in the work to, gain some weight and get some more muscle in and all of that. And that Caitlin Clark is still just the same size and still can't play defense.
And a turnover machine. She just be, I'm like, God, my goodness. So
it's like the same stuff. I'm like, why are you not?
Yeah.
Like, you've seen it. Sabrina and Ionescu, I feel like, had like the Caitlin Clark first year in a way, but she came back the next year, put some more weight on, made it work.
Only like
Paige
1 year. She
went
was
through,
like, I'm not
had a
doing
good
this.
season. Next season, she was like, nope, I'm not getting bumped around and doing whatever. And you could just see the elite behavior from Paige, who's only in her second year.
Yeah.
Compared to Caitlin.
I would say Caitlin Clark just needs a whole team altogether from PR to whatever, but I don't know. She makes these decisions herself from the
after the country
promotional
concert.
where it's just like
people are still mad. People are still mad.
I mean,
like, this happened days ago and it's still popping up on my feeds as if it happened like today.
Least surprising thing I've seen in a while. Like, least surprising thing, like at all. Like, it's on brand.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole thing around, like, even with the training, like you're saying, taking, lifting weights more seriously. But even some of how she's styled, some of the fashion shows she goes to, and now this. But this is who she is. She appeals to a certain crowd, and I think, it's just more of the same of that. So, anyways, that was predictable, I'd say.
Yeah. But the internet is ablaze. People are like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I don't know why I'm surprised. But, I'm glad that y'all are talking about it. Because the funny thing is I've seen so many white women talking about it. And I'm like, yes, call your people.
Yeah,
call your people in.
Yeah.
Tell
what
them.
Y'all think?
Please do. Please do. Because it doesn't need to be us. We already know.
Yeah.
We already get it.
I mean,
but man,
that. Like, you
am
could
I
tell.
so happy.
You could tell.
Even Coach Jackie's little statement, like, she just did a video over her face and wrote out her little stuff. And I was like, Coach Jackie, you don't miss. And I love it.
It doesn't.
I love it.
It's such a good page.
Love it over here. So who else did well? New York Liberty, continuing to do what New York Liberty does, even though they have some big injuries. Because I know Sabrina's injured, but they have Benijah Laney Hamilton back. Benijah Laney Hamilton made
another one of those
on Connecticut die. She died on the court. We saw a homicide. We witnessed a homicide on the court.
Yeah,
and I just
she
said,
was injured most of last season,
no,
right?
Didn't
she? What was going on?
Was she injured
or
was she pregnant?
What was it? What? Let's see. I'll check. Yeah, I feel like she was injured, but yeah.
Okay. So she was hurt, and then Sabrina's out. So Maureen Johannes, which is no surprise, has stepped in and is crushing it. Also, she's crushing it for my fantasy team too, because I knew as soon as I saw that she was available, I was like, let me go ahead and pick her up. Kennedy Carter.
So happy to see her. Happy to see her. Hey,
girl,
bring it in.
Girl, welcome back.
Bring it in.
We've missed you.
Bring it in. Yeah.
Just know, because us from Chicago did not want you to go. We never wanted to see you leave. We loved you. But to see you thrive, really, the Aces have been like picking up our people that we just keep letting go. Like, between the Dana Evans draw and then Kennedy Carter, Candace Parker, like, the Aces are literally just scouting from Chicago to bring the people
they're
up.
like, oh, word, y'all job.
It's like we're their developmental team, and we send them over to the Aces. But man, Kennedy is out here. Like, to have somebody like Kennedy to be able to come off the bench and wreak havoc all over the court, because Kennedy is a menace on the court. Like, she is so fast.
And such a change of pace.
So in shape. Such a change of pace. It changes everything. Changes the whole dynamic of the court. And to go and be like, man, I was going against Jackie, Chelsea, all of them, and then to have Kennedy come in, I would be so pissed.
Exhausted.
So pissed.
Exhausted, okay? Exhausted. With Chelsea, you have to, you just head on a swivel, point God, gonna fit the ball wherever and just control the game. And then Kennedy comes in, and then again, and Dana was
like,
was injured at least the first game and everything. So I think
she might be out for the season.
Is she gonna be? Because she was in.
I think they recently announced that she's out for the season, because she had a lingering injury during Unrivaled as well, and only got to play like 1 or 2 games. And then I think they only recently announced that she might be out. I could be wrong, but I think she might be.
It does say out indefinitely, but that was 3 weeks ago. Let's see. Will they play? She's still hurt. I mean, I don't know if she's out for the
Yeah.
season, but she's hurt.
I hope she's not.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay
Mm,
and gets back
mm-mm.
soon. I mean, she has a 2-year
Yeah.
deal with the Aces, so
So both
you know.
Dana Evans and Janiah Barker for them.
Oh no.
Yeah.
When did Janiah get hurt?
It's at another
you just got here.
concussion. That was 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
She's in concussion protocol, Janiah.
Okay.
But yeah. And then, yeah, Dana Evans' leg injury and no timetable for her return. So, yeah, they're going to take their time and should, because you got Kennedy Carter. So,
Okay. Y'all
know?
got some time. Because
yeah, all you need is Dana for
also
the
think about it.
playoffs.
Also think about it. You put both Dana and Kennedy out here at the same time. Sprint.
Yeah.
Sprint.
Yeah.
Pass, sprint. And that's all they're going to do. That's all they're going to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Kennedy averaged
Just
16
great.
points off the bench. Like,
I'm surprised that, last year
Girl.
is, banished. So,
oh my gosh. Oh man. Yeah. So they're already
Yeah.
claiming that early on that Kennedy is going to be a candidate for the 6th Woman of the Year. No surprise there.
see that.
Golden State Valkyries had a big jump. They moved up to
Mhm.
number 3 after a 2-0 start.
Mhm.
Janelle Saloon. Y'all sleeping on the French in this league. And y'all
Yeah,
need
we
to
had to-
stop because
had to shut
Janelle
up.
is it. She was also one last season that got me a ton of points on my fantasy team. And I picked her up later. And I was like, I don't know how she's still available. Like, what? She averaged a team high 20.5 points off the bench. And she shot over 50% from the field and from the 3. What? Because she just comes off and she's like, my team, they just pass it to me and I get the ball into the hoop. And that's just, her
Love
interviews
that.
are fantastic and I love it.
Love
Thank
the
you so
accent.
much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
That activation. Did not know it was
had to
coming.
happen.
So whenever it's there, listen. What a treat. So
Thank you.
and shout out
Thank
to
you.
Golden State, because before this offseason is a lot of complaining on our ends of just
Look,
the moves. They're
people
making Kate Martin at the end,
people are
that
still upset.
heartbreaking cut, and then they show up this
Still upset.
opening weekend, and it's like,
Plus Caitlyn Chen. Caitlyn Chen went off too.
Yeah.
Caitlyn showed, hey, Kate,
so-
so you decided to join your friend and not be in the gym this summer? Because that's where I was.
Yeah. Listen,
That's where I was.
If you didn't make the team, you didn't make the team for a reason. So yeah, that's why I was like, okay, maybe we should shut the fuck up. They might know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's
You
like,
got
if you
it.
remind
it.
that
Vanessa,
your owner,
Vanessa, Nakate, all them, they got it. The GM,
Your-
y'all got it. Okay, let's just. I mean,
your-
it's 2-0, but okay, we'll see. We'll back
your
off.
GM
because-
helped the Liberty get Brianna, Jonquel, Courtney. Like, she was there for the acquiring of all of that. So y'all
Gotta shut
there-
up.
Yes,
Gotta shut up.
yes, there are things where it's like, yeah, the flagey thing, I think, but whatever. But
It
I think
hurt.
also
It just hurt.
culturally,
Yeah. Personally,
culturally, I don't know if it
personally,
would have like
culturally it hurt. Yeah.
worked. Yeah.
It might not have.
but
It might not have for the team.
because
It
the
was
way
just
that
like,
she's playing at Storm, she wasn't going to
Yeah.
get those minutes.
no,
at Golden
probably
State.
not.
Like, she wasn't gonna have that.
Nah. And there's clearly a certain style of play they're looking for, and just they
Yeah.
got it. Like let's just let them continue to, because obviously, again, this is year 2, so let's just let them do their thing.
Yeah.
So they got it.
Yeah.
Back us up. They backed us off.
They got it.
At least
They got it.
this week. At least this week.
Hey,
We'll
I
be
mean,
back.
Chicago did the same thing.
Like-
Chicago did the same thing. So what are
we'll
we?
be back if
we all
it goes
understand.
wrong. So we will we'll turn around if it's goes left. But Angel Reese, immediate impact in Atlanta. What a just perfect place for her to be. Thank y'all. Actually, honestly, thank y'all. Thank y'all for not killing and just suppressing the career of this young phenom. Y'all didn't know what to do with her, So
Didn't. We didn't.
Yeah.
Teaspoon did. And if we still
And
had
did.
Teaspoon,
and did.
things
Yeah.
would be different. Things
Yeah.
would be different, but it's okay. Because you know what? I am so happy for Angel. She
Mhm.
she played her
Exactly
ass off.
where
She
she
made
needs
like
to
the
be.
game-winning block.
Mhm.
To see her and Alicia Gray in their interviews being as adorable as ever. I love it. They're letting her be her. I think she also has some bigs that are able, like, that was the other thing. Her and Camilla did not have any bigs that could guide them. And
Yeah.
now she has the likes of like Brianna Jones, who is one of the best centers. I think she's one of the best underrated bigs
Okay.
in the league, because people don't highlight her, but she is one of the most consistent and best scoring, in my opinion, when it comes to bigs in the league. And to have somebody that she is able to, multiple somebodies, because I was like, Nas gets in there at times. And, you know, and she also has somebody that she can guide with Medina Okot on the team too. So it's really cool to be able to see her have somebody who is looking out for her, giving her the tips and tools for all of the like small things that she can still work on, plus having somebody that she's able to guide and support and champion. I think that's the best in terms of culturally and developmentally for Angel.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to Elena. They're going to move from that little place that they in now. And it's going to start being
their arena is smaller than our arena.
Yeah. They're going to move from there. They are not going to stay there.
They have to.
They do? They have to? Oh, okay. I was like, contractually?
No, like,
they had
I know, not contractually.
Like,
no, but like the way that the sales went up, as soon as Angel was announced, I'm like, they're gonna have to go y'all, it's booked. It's booked.
State Farm Arena.
Please move them.
Nothing going on in there. Yeah, put them in there. Yeah, we'll fill it up.
We got it.
So
we got it. Who else looked good? Yeah. Dallas was looking good.
Yeah.
Obviously, Odyssey Sims. Like we
Phoenix,
were talking about.
We said. Yes. I feel like that's the Toronto, the expansion teams, lost their openers, but they'll figure it out.
But Toronto looked good though. That was a fun back and forth game. But here's the thing. With Toronto, as we watched, I don't think Marina knows how to be the leading player.
Is a star
on a team.
She's not a star.
Yeah. Like she is clearly the star on the team. Like she's calm, cool, collected. She was moving, she was grooving, she was doing stuff. And it's like we need a PR agent to just help her crash out just a little bit less, just slightly less, not the whole thing, because it's part of her brand and it's part of the things. But I think as like collectively of her working with her team, she is very much like she has to build a good relationship with the folks on the team to be able to listen. And I think she was able to do that in Connecticut. And I think Sanaya was a big part of her glow up for Connecticut. Okay. And so now they're separated and we're over here like Sanaya's still being Sanaya, charming, wonderful, hilarious, doing funny shit, wearing bust downs.
What's Sanaya's sign? Let me see. Go ahead.
That's a good question. But Marina being out there, it's like there's no, like, you're not really seeing the interaction, engagement. And, it's only the first game. It's only the first weekend. So there's going to be time. There's going to be stuff built and all of that. But the jokes that were all over the internet were very much, it's Marina and everybody else.
Well,
but if anybody can make it come together, it is their coach, Sandy. Sandy is going to have it. Usually teams take a couple years to build their chemistry and everything anyway. I have zero doubts. But that's just like the opening mantra that folks are giving them. And I do feel like Portland still does not have a star on their team.
Probably not.
Or like a clear leader on their team. So that's going to take a minute.
Yeah, maybe they could build a power of friendship with them and, do the Thunder thing, which is, and Sanaya is a Pisces, a March Pisces. So,
oh, look at that. What does that mean?
For anybody who cares. I have a February Pisces and I do know a March Pisces, and they're still both sensitive, but just a little different. I feel like the March Pisces, I think the next one is Aries in the sign. I feel like they could be a little bit more fierier, and all that, like sensitive and fiery, which is like, okay. So, but charmers, dreamers, creative, stubborn in some ways, but that's my tangent, my horoscope tangent. But yeah, I think that Marina, she's just not a star yet. Not a star.
Like she has the capability to
she'll be able to. Yep. She'll, we'll give her, you got to give her time and everything. She's gotten the keys to this franchise, so she can be a star if she wants to. But not everybody's a star. Not everybody's a star. Now, again, you could be very good, but you might not be the star. You might need other stars, So,
some guiding stars.
Some guiding stars. Yeah.
Some guiding stars. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. You get it. Yeah. So we'll see. It's going to be a fun season, though. So much talent. So much talent. And then my xenophobia will come out where I'm like, who are these players? And then they kicking ass. All these international players starting to look like the NBA over there. Like it's
the international players, like especially the rookie that came over on Phoenix.
Yes, Phoenix, and that's who was kicking ass. I don't know how to say her last name, but God bless her. I was like, listen, shut the whole arena up. It was over by the
Listen.
second quarter. I was like, give that girl the keys, you know?
Okay.
And good for Alyssa Thomas. Thank God. Thank God. We got a squad. Okay. They're coming back. Okay. They are going to be
Alyssa is
right
like,
there.
I am not. Okay, hold on. You know what I just found out? Alyssa Thomas is only 34.
You thought she was older?
Yeah.
She does seem older, you know.
Like, I'm
mature.
older than Alyssa Thomas. You're older
Yeah.
than Alyssa Thomas. That's like, I truly thought she was more so like Alicia Clark age.
Oh, you thought she was 38? No, and then
I was like
Dewana
37.
is like
with my whole chest. I said Alyssa is 37
they're
and
around
Dewana's
our
36.
age. They
in
are.
my head, that's what I said.
No, Dewana and well, no, she's closer to you. I was gonna say Dewana and Alicia Clark is my peers. Okay, 38. They're both 38. They were born in 1987. But yeah, she. I knew she was in her. You know what? I actually thought she was in her late 30s as well. I thought she was at least 35.
Yeah,
but I knew there was
gave
an
her full 37.
little age difference. No, yeah.
I
Born
sure
in
did.
1992.
Alyssa, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Look at you. You're so mad you're older
That's
than
all me.
Alyssa Thomas.
I stopped and I was
mad.
like, because everybody, the way that they talk about her, I think it's more so that I'm mad about the way that people talk about her. Like, she's retiring tomorrow and she hasn't won a ring. And I stop it. I'm like, this bitch is only 34. She's got time.
So funny.
Like, what do you mean? Like, I
that's
hope
how
that
they're
she
packing
wins it
us
sooner
up.
than later. But they are surely talking about her like she is old, dusted, needs to go. And I'm like, she is younger than me.
That's
Like,
how it goes out here with just
leave it
rhetoric
alone.
with stuff. You'll hear somebody talking about somebody retiring or just being older and all that, and then it's like then you learn they're talking about your age bracket, literally. Like they're like, it's like, who are you talking about? I'm thinking it's somebody who's like 50s or 60s, and no, it's us. There was a tweet that was going around out there. Somebody was saying that, which is just crazy in itself, but like millennials essentially need to move out of the way of some of these positions so that Gen Z could get these jobs and all that. And they're like, there's boomers and, Gen X that can literally afford to move away. Like, what? We need the jobs too. Like, we're older, but we're not like,
I was like,
you can't retire.
we are next to you. We are next to you. Relax.
Yeah, like,
we're not at retirement age.
We're not at retirement age. We can't afford it either,
Okay.
guys. Like, we're with you. Like, we're fighting.
We can't. There are generations above us that that are
they
here.
need to go.
It's like the
I
way
agree.
that Gen Z wants to push us away, and all we want to do is hold them closer. Like,
that's it. And honestly, Shana, I swear to God, I feel like and that's why our we're gonna be fine and we're gonna change things, because I feel like it's one of those like 90s sitcoms where we're like, they're like the at-risk youth, like they're wayward, they're in some red pill stuff, and we saw it early because they were swallowing like cinnamon and shit and doing Tide Pods and all that with early TikTok and all that.
Oh, the Tide
but
Pods
like
were crazy.
They are like fighting us and we're like, no, just holding them like, no, and like they're trying to fight the hug and we're just like, no, like they call us cringe and all that other stuff. We're just like, no, let us love you. Like we're all we got. Like we're both poor and under attack. So let us love you, Gen Z and Gen Alphas, because it's going to be coming up. Like, let us be a resource to you. I know there's bad millennials out there, but stop fighting us. We're with you. We're literally
we are with
right
you.
there. We're with you.
Please.
Most of us, we have some outliers. But stop fighting us.
But it's still majority.
So,
it's still majority.
Yeah, we right there with you. But it was like, what? Us retire? Like, I mean, first off, we wish. But second off,
no, for real.
No, we can't. Like, we can't. So we're right there. So,
yeah.
All right. Wow. What a robust conversation we had, huh?
Indeed.
See? All right.
Indeed.
So good.
Let's go
All
ahead.
right. Let's move on to our advice segment, Am I a Bad Queer? Where we give you good-ish advice for your questions and dilemmas. Send your questions to badqueers.com. Hit us up on IG at badqueerspod or email us at badqueers@badqueers.com. All right. This first one is from Krista. Krista asks, am I a bad queer if I stay in touch with my toxic ex's family because I genuinely love them more than I ever loved my ex? We broke up over a year ago and it was messy, but their mom still texts me and their sister invites me to things. And honestly, those relationships meant more to me than the romantic one did. My ex is big mad about it and my current partner thinks it's weird, but like, am I supposed to ghost people I care about just because they're relative? and I didn't work out. Krista, this is very funny that you're just like their relative. Like that was your
like,
connection
no
into
name
the
for the ex
family.
at that point.
Right. Your connection
it's
to
like
the
just
family.
because
Yeah,
their relative isn't here.
Yeah,
like, all right, girl.
That was your ex. Like, it's just like she's trying to throw it around like it's just some random person.
Right.
It sucks. It really does suck. But no, you know, I would continue to stay in touch, but like going to stuff is a bridge too far. I think that's a bridge too far. Like you could still be friendly with them, you know, tell them happy birthday online or by text.
Like
but to be, yeah, you know, but I wouldn't go to things. And I think if your current partner thinks it's weird, I think you should kind of respect that in some ways because like it's again, you don't have to break up with these people. But to me, I think you should start to kind of limit contact because ultimately I wouldn't even want to be, I know it's not their fault or maybe it is their fault that it was toxic. Who knows? But I know you had a good relationship with them, but I wouldn't want to be connected to a toxic ex in any way. Like I wouldn't want that person to be in any sphere of mine, like if we're over. But that's also just me. I wouldn't. I can't say you're a bad queer for this. I mean, I get it. Like you have a positive relationship, but y'all broke up. Like it's okay to break up with a family, talk to them on holidays and, you know, but yeah, nah, it's just, it is a little weird. So that's for me though. What do you think?
It is hard when you love the family so much and the family loves you so much.
Yeah.
It is very hard. Your ex should be putting the energy that they're putting towards you towards their family.
Be so pissed at all y'all. All y'all. Each and every one of y'all. Stop talking to her and you stop talking to them. Like y'all stop talking to each other.
Like
yeah,
ex is mad
damn.
at you. Ex should be mad at the family because the family is reaching out to you.
Yeah.
In all of the things. I think I agree with Kris where it's like, yeah, keep it as simple as possible. I loved my ex's family so much. I miss them every day. But I also recognize that, hey, I should set some boundaries for myself and not hold on to this in this way. And also I can see why your current partner thinks it's weird because it's like you're adding a connection. You're keeping like, even though it may be the thinnest of branches and you can't walk on it, the branch is still there in terms of the connection with your ex. So it's like they're still staying in your sphere and I can see how that works. I think what Kris said where it's like, you know, if you want to, you know, Facebook happy birthday, neutral area happy birthday, maybe you still follow the family on Instagram, but yeah, the hanging out, the going out to, you know, the brunch, the birthdays, all the things, you should probably not do that.
Yeah.
As much as it sucks.
Invite you to things. Yeah, you know, then don't be inviting my ex to stuff. Right? Even if I fucked it up, don't
don't do that.
Don't do that.
But your ex should be doing this energy to their family.
Honestly, that ex is probably getting with both sides. I hope so that they're getting with their family too, but they're probably just like, my God, so can y'all stop talking? Like, we get it. So and that's the thing is just like, I know y'all had a really good relationship, but you only have this relationship because of this toxic ex. The relationship has ended. That ex has expressed that they don't want you talking to their people. So and your current partner thinks it's weird. So I don't know. I feel like you could find other friends to fill that void. And again, that doesn't mean it will stay all love. There are so many people who broke up with significant others that have such positive memories of their families and vice versa, you know, but that just happens. It's the end of the relationship. That's it. Like that's their family. Like you can't go to the baby shower for the sister, you know, and be there. You know, it's very messy. It's just, yeah. Yeah. You got to stop, Krista. You know, it's run its course. So
it has. As sad as it is. And you can recognize that it is sad, but set some boundaries.
Yeah.
Move on with your life. It sounds like you got a new partner who is very understanding because the way that other people would be like, you'd still do what? I'm out.
Yeah. And would you want that? Like, you wouldn't want that if it was in reverse. I wouldn't want that. Like, if I had a bad breakup and, like, my family was fly with my ex still, I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, it'd just be weird.
Yeah. Like, if you run into each other at, like, a store, you could be polite and say hi and all the things, but no,
Yeah.
don't make the plan to go to the store with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's not even like, I could even see at the most it being like maybe once a year y'all meet for lunch, because some people really fly, but it's just like, why do you need to keep up with them? Like, what are you getting out of that? Like, why can't you get that somewhere else? And maybe, their family situation, or just the bonds, or just something you haven't had with family and don't have with family. So I can understand maybe that's why you would want to keep that. But I don't know. I just think that connection it's shaky. It's not on the most solid ground. Like, just see them at Chili's and say, hey, like, that's it. And keep it moving,
Yep. That part.
Yeah. Hope that helps. Happy Pride.
Thanks so much, Krista.
God, I'd be so annoyed.
So
I'd be so annoyed at everybody.
Man, I would cuss my family clean out.
Yeah, they would be number one. And then number two would be like, stop contacting my family.
Stop it.
No, you can't go to these things that you're invited to. It's just crazy. I hope Krista wasn't going to these things that they were invited to.
It sounds like Krista was.
I hope not. I hope it was just like the invite was there, but you didn't go. Like, which is like nice and thoughtful, but don't.
I think Krista went. I think,
because what if the ex was there with their new person? Like, I wouldn't want to show up there,
and then they're looking like, why are you here? And it's like, well, your mom invited me. Like, what?
Right. It's like so messy.
He's so loyal.
Leave. They were toxic too. It wasn't even like a good relationship you're leaving.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still like, even if that was fly with the parents, like, I'd be like, something happened. Something happened. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Like, your daughter or your kid is crazy, so need to keep my distance.
So funny. Thanks, Krista. Our next Am I a Bad Queer comes from Anonymous, so I'm going to name this one Aaron. So Aaron writes, am I a bad queer if I've been catfishing my partner's new partner on a... No, hold on. I've been catfishing my friend's new partner on a fake profile to see if they're loyal. My friend is head over heels is in all caps, for this person after like 6 weeks, talking about moving in together, and I got a weird vibe from them at brunch. So I made a whole fake Instagram, different name, used some random person's photos, built out a believable feed with posts and stories, and sent them a DM. We've been talking for 2 weeks now, and they're definitely flirting back, asking to meet up, and I'm collecting screenshots like I'm building a case for the FBI. My plan is to show my friend the evidence before they sign a lease together. But now I'm in too deep, and this fake person has dinner plans with their potentially cheating partner next week. I've created a whole secondary identity to protect my friend's heart, and I don't know how to explain that this was done out of love when it absolutely sounds like psycho behavior. How do I get out of this? I didn't realize that movie plots also happen in real life.
People watch movies and get inspiration from it. Yes.
Full inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? The movie or the action? That's what
I feel like they were like, what if there was some way? And then they watched something and
they said,
if you do this, this is what I should do.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Aaron, you're in too deep. You're gonna have to just pull the plug, because I'm glad that you recognize that this is psycho behavior. So this gives me a little bit of hope. If you had sat and kind of like tried to debate with us via this letter to say like, I'm doing the right thing for my friend and all of this stuff, but you stating that you recognize that this is psycho behavior gives me a bit of hope. And I need you to know that there's not going to be any easy way to explain to your friend that, one, you did this, because here's the thing. I'm going to list this in the order of the things that are going to happen. One, that you did this, because she's going to focus on the fact that you did this. She is not going to focus on the fact that the partner showed interest and wanted to meet up with you and wanted to date you, even though they're talking about moving in together and all of that. The rose-colored glasses are on right now for her. She is not going to pay attention to any of that. So you might have to do it in phases. You might have to, work from there. But honestly, you're going to have to close the Instagram account, shut it down, let her know what happened. And also use the line that you recognize that this is psycho behavior. And also go ahead and admit that you're in love with her. It's okay.
Done out of love,
Okay.
indeed. Done out of love, indeed. Wow.
What?
Wow.
No other answers.
Where do I
have no
start?
other
I mean,
answers.
what you said, spot on, obviously, with it, especially the landing of it, where it's just like,
Oh, man.
you love your friend or you
Love.
have some obsessive, possessive thing going on. For
Something.
you to like build a world and do these things and not plan out what could happen if your suspicions are true is alarming and is part of why it's such psycho behavior. Because for one thing, let your friend find out themselves. Like if you saw something, sure, like let that person, and even if you have that feeling, like let that person fail. Like if you feel like this person is, you know, not good for your friend and everything, I assure you they will show their true colors. But yeah, you did all of this and you didn't plan out like what would happen if you did catch them being flirty or being inappropriate, you know, to your fake account. Like it's just like, so you just everything very front loaded. Like let's get this account set up. You know, you mentioned all the things you did, random person's photos, you know, just the catfishing alone just is a lot. I mean, we're like 10 years in, I think, to just like knowing what catfishing is and stuff like that. And most of the time it doesn't turn out well. There's not a lot of positive catfishing stories. Again, your friend didn't ask for this as well. And yeah, I would also, as your friend, be like, what other creepy psycho shit have you done or are you doing behind my back or, you know, under the name of like my best interest? So, whew, this is so fucked. But you need to work out whatever feelings you have over your friend and why you felt the need to do all this. From a purely like project management perspective, you did not plan the end. You didn't. You didn't work out the scenarios and the risk like of like what would happen, like very front loaded.
Not
You
the
know,
project management.
yeah, because it's just like, what did you think? Like now they're like panicking because your plan worked. I don't know. Like it's just like, they're like, oh god, they're cheating back. Like, and it's just like, what did you think was gonna happen? And even if they didn't, like, how long were you gonna keep this up until they did? Like, I've been running this for 4 months, and they finally, you know what I mean? It's just clearly no planning on the back end of it. So yeah, everything Shana said with just what you need to, the steps you need to take. You need to pull the plug now. You need to figure out what's going on internally with this and then how you're going to explain this one. Because woof. Yeah.
Just a lot of don't argue
there.
back. Just take a lot of accountability. There's no arguing back because
yeah. And it's just like y'all just be really having the time to do these things.
All of this.
You know?
Yeah. I don't have that time in my day.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that time.
Woof. You know, and there's one, you know, it's one thing to look out for a friend, but this is a lot and all that. Like, what's going on with you? You don't have like a partner? Like, what?
For real.
Like, using all this time to do that?
No,
get
real.
a hobby or, you know, something. Jesus. My goodness. All right. I hope that helps, Aaron. I mean, it's going to be a lot of, need some help there. Goodish advice, remember?
Goodish advice.
All right. Goodish, because good gosh. All right, this last one is from Anonymous. We'll name Anonymous Stevie. Stevie says, am I a bad queer if I am attracted to my ex's friend? Happens all the time. To make it clear, I have not made any moves or done anything to show that I am interested in her ex. When they were together, it never seemed right. It wasn't an opposite attracts moment, and they fought all the time. They are cordial now, and my friend is in a happy, loving relationship. I've been spending more friend time with her ex because we have a ton of similar interests, and my friend knows this and doesn't care. It's always a similar interest. The more I get to know her ex, I think she is so cool and we align so much. Should I take the step to get to know my friend's ex more or leave it at the friend level? Leave it at the friend level. Very easy. Leave it there. How about those
Oh,
similar
man.
interests? Just stay platonic, similar interests. Why not?
You didn't have to read it like that.
You know, because it's similar interests. Ton of similar interests and similar tension, similar interests. And I don't know what the list is for us, but it's there.
But it's all the same. It's all synonyms.
It's all the same. It's kind of all the same. Yeah.
Got it.
It's a thing. It gets us every time. Like, wow.
You got it.
You like this too? Like it's in, you know, especially don't let it
really
be
gets
like
us
very
quick.
Specific.
It gets us quick too.
Yeah. What's a similar interest is like they like the same like pizza place or some shit like that. Like, wow, you
drink coffee? Me too.
Exactly. You have a Keurig? Yeah, so just leave this similar interests alone. I know that your friend is in a happy, loving relationship, but I would bet your bottom dollar your friend doesn't want to see their ex around this sphere of things in a romantic way. It's just probably doesn't. I mean, I would just imagine. And honestly, you know, for the rom-com of it all, like if y'all's platonic similar interests down the road, like, you know, a couple years in, really did blossom into something, and you know your ex, y'all had that conversation, sure, you know, but I don't think you should do that right now. Just see where it goes. Just keep the similar interests, and let that be enough. Be filled and full from similar interests, okay? So
filled and full.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Look, Stevie, I have seen this play out positively before, but that means you have to have impeccable communication. Impeccable communication. That means you have to sit down and have a talk with your friend's ex. You have to sit down and have a little talk with your friend. If you're one of those where you're like, I'm going to move forward regardless, cool. But be prepared for what that looks like in terms of your relationship, and don't expect your friend to act any sort of way, especially if you don't communicate ahead of time. You can communicate in a way that's like, hey, I want to be respectful of our friendship. I'm letting you know that this is happening and I'm catching feelings and all of this stuff. And if you're content with moving forward with that, you also have to be content with however your friend reacts. You can't expect your friend to react positively, but if your friend does react positively, congratulations. You are in an anomaly of a friendship, okay?
Yeah, your friend might be like,
just
girl,
saying.
What?
And be like, you're doing what with who? What, did you have feelings for her the whole time? All of this stuff, you know?
I would be
you
like,
just gotta
what
be prepared for all of this stuff. But we have seen it happen. We have seen the positives come from it.
It happens.
We've seen the ex's ex. It does happen. I'm not saying it's not going to, but I'm just saying, do the right thing. Communicate with everybody. And be prepared for any
Pride's coming up, y'all. Like, I know
we're so close.
Pride is not the end all be all.
All-Star is coming up.
There's so many things. There's just so many things. There's your local cafe and bookstore at the just bottom basement level. There's just other people you could meet, you know, with similar interests. You know, meetup.com is still a thing. It is still alive.
It really is. It's still thriving.
You could still, you know, you could actually pay for a little bit more premium stuff. I went there a little while ago because I needed to find like a blurred group for my little cousin that's in DC. And I was like, oh, they got blurred groups out there. And I knew they had Blurred Con, which I didn't know was in DC every year, but so cool that it is. Yeah. But anyways, meetup.com, and they have a lot of similar interests. You know, you can find people those ways, but my God, there's other people out there. I swear to God.
Yes.
I swear there is. You will find someone with similar interest. I promise. Hope that helps. Happy Pride. It's coming up.
Hope that helps. It's so close.
Mere weeks, honestly. I mean, it's May, so you know, DC Black Pride is Memorial Day weekend and all that. A lot of Black Prides in May. So, all right. That's it for this week's Am I a Bad Queer? As always, send your questions to badqueers.com. Hit us up on IG at badqueerspod, or email us at badqueers@badqueers.com.
Right, what type of bad queers will we be if we didn't have unpopular queer opinions? My bad queer opinion for this week ties off what Kris was talking about earlier with Isaiah Rashad, and how it's been a week for the bisexuals. So this is more of a community note with a slight bad queer opinion in there. Don't know. But we've had a couple of lady bisexuals speak up on the internet.
Lady bisexuals. Lady bisexuals. I love that.
Why I said it like that, don't know. But
yeah.
The lady bisexuals have been speaking up on the internet. So first we had an interview with Victoria Monet where she kind of spilled a lot of things, especially in regards to what it's been like dating women. She says, you ladies who clearly we have to add to the list of, hey, we need to send our best because y'all were not giving your best. That the women who show interest in her are only there sexually. And so she hasn't had a lot of success and she struggles to date women because they only approach her sexually as well. We need to be better. We need to be better.
Yeah, we're guys,
gotta
come
be
on.
better. Okay,
on, guys.
we are so close. She openly talks about the fact that she dates women, and we are not closing the deal. Okay, we,
and just sad about it being not easy. Like people thinking it's easy, and we told y'all it's not, but it's not easy over here, and it's just I don't like to hear that kind of progress report. I know newer triple L, LLB.
She's
LLB.
Yes.
Yeah, LLB, But
we're going to take LLB over now.
Yeah, well LLB is we'll define it next week. But yeah, famously, which we've talked about in this show, we know that Victoria Monet and Kehlani were involved, rumored back in 2018 that they were together. They have several songs that each have written about each other, including just the honestly underrated queer woman anthem of Touch Me by Victoria Monet, written by Babyface, legendary honorary stud. Just a perfect song. But yeah, I was like, oh, she said Kehlani, but then it's like Kehlani is out, Kehlani is Kehlani as well. And there's some lingering, we're talking about it on the pre-show. Make sure y'all
2018
sign up for 2018 and now Kehlani. Just it's been a the chart is, there was a little blip because, but the chart is up, for Kehlani. So we were talking about it on pre-show. Make sure y'all sign up for our Patreon to listen to the pre-show. But even though Kehlani is our best in a number of areas, they may not be the best to send to Victoria Monet because they are also lit out there and can have their way out there too. So yeah, I'm just hoping what we're sending, and this is, I would imagine more of a call in is what you're doing here, is just like, let's make sure we all get aligned before we go back out there with Victoria Monet. We don't want to fuck this up basically. So
no, we don't.
So don't, y'all, don't fuck this up. So
please.
Whoa.
So yeah, she did end that interview stating that kind of as a result, like she just sees her future with a man. And I'm like, y'all, we can get her back. It's not too late. Okay. So
it's not too late.
Let's keep those
and while that is okay.
Yes.
While that is okay.
For us, selfishly.
And yes,
very selfishly,
very heavy on the selfishly.
Heavy selfish. Yeah.
Let us figure it out. Just
please. Let us just do another strategy.
Let's have another meeting. Let us figure it out. Give us a little bit more time and everything. I don't think everybody
can't give up
yet. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. Because sometimes I think that happens to the LLLs, the LLBs. You come out later in life. It is not easy. So we're not, that is 100% true what she said. It's not easier over there here than with men, or dating women than dating men. It is certainly not easy. And I hope actually in a way that comment helps filter out some of the riffraff that's out there that thinks it's easy and is coming over here doing fuck shit and, breaking hearts. But it's not easy. However, Victoria, just give us time. Thank you for this progress update. Give us some time. Okay. I'm so sorry.
We appreciate it. We appreciate you bringing us in.
She spoke up. Yeah. And shout out to Angie Martinez. It was on the In Real Life podcast that she opened up about this. But yes, give us time. Just give us time, Victoria.
Just give us a minute to regroup.
Please. Yes.
Get back aligned on our project. We're going to set some new goals. Okay. And
We will.
and
We will fix it.
we're gonna circle back.
fix
Okay.
it.
We're gonna circle back.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Please, please, please let us fix this.
With a more clear strategy and
Let
clear
us
goals here.
let us fix this.
Some new action items.
Yeah.
Some
It's
new
not
action
even the
items, yep.
corporate, I hear you, I see you. Like, it's like, no, we really
No.
thank you for
It's like we
open
fucked up a partnership
communication.
with our biggest
Yeah.
sponsor. You know?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
we did.
That's what it is. We want the
We're like,
renew the
please let us
contract.
make
We
it
want to
up to
renew
you.
the faith. Please, please let us make this up to you. You know,
Please.
again, please just give us, you know. So just that's it, you know. And however it turns out for you romantically, whoever you end up with
Yep.
is going to be, I want them to be great for you, whoever it is, regardless of,
Yes.
you know, identity and all that. But just let us fix this, Victoria. Thank you so much for
Selfishly,
communicating. Yeah, thank you for communicating during this, because she did not have to tell us this. She could have kept that and just been like, you know what, I'm good. You know, which I think some people do, but just give us some time. Okay, thank you so much for communicating. And that's such a good sign. You know, she does communicate well to let us know.
It's a green flag. It is a green flag.
Green, very green. A lot of green flags. A lot of green flags on that one. So thank you, Victoria. Give us time.
Thank you. Also, a popular influencer that I had never heard of, but now I know way too much about, Dub Harris says that she is bisexual, but could not see herself dating a woman long term. She had posted a video while she was doing a Get Ready With Me with her makeup. And also, she does great at makeup videos. Like, go girl, eat it up. But she was mentioning how she gets with women frequently, regularly, loves the ladies, but does not love seeing herself in anything that's going to last long term. She's just like, nope, not interested, don't want it, all of these things. And so that started a lot of discourse, I think, on top of Victoria Monet and Dub Harris and a few other people who started in the comments about bisexual women who say that they don't see themselves with a future with a woman. So then they're like, is there like a subcategory of this bisexuality that says that if you don't see yourself
dismissed
in the
so
future
quickly,
with it,
my goodness, you know? Yeah.
So there's a lot of discourse around that's happening right now to say that, like, should there be a different identity for the women who are just like here for the fun? Is there a way that we can just make this work in a different way? And another person on the internet, gosh, I'm blank, I see their face, but I forget their name, but they basically were just like, if that's you, could you just communicate that ahead of time? And honestly, I feel like communication is the easiest thing, where it's like, hey, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Just want to be upfront about that. If that's cool with you, if not, we'll keep it pushing. And I feel like that's all these identities are just a different level of communication. And there's still some gray areas in how they work and ebb and flow and all of the things. And so, you know, I don't know about Dub Harris. I feel like Victoria Monet could in the future, but I just feel like she has just been a woman scorned. And so she's like, at the moment, like, I can't see it because of the things. And I'm like, I understand that. I get that. And don't worry. Like we said, we're going to come back with a new proposal, and we're going to meet with you and your people soon. Don't worry. But with Dub Harris, like, it's a different energy where it's just like, nah, I'm just here to like fuck around. And I'm like, yes, we have the like hetero flexible and the home flexible and all of those things to add to it. So it's like, at what point do we get to that? But at the same time, y'all, you hear this and you see these things, then just don't date them. Not bisexuals, like the person specifically.
But even that Dub Harris, like, I do wonder, there's a difference in between what Victoria Monet is saying as someone who probably did romantically take the women that she's dating seriously. I don't know for sure with these people, but seemingly took them seriously. Whereas, Dub Harris says it's just sexual. It's transactional. It sounds transactional how she was moving. So like, you're going to get a caliber of person with that, you know, where that's fine. But like, like it could be serious if that's what you want. It's fine. Like you said, there's probably some offshoot or word or the hetero flexible that kind of works there with that. But certainly with Victoria, we've been very clear, but I just want to reiterate, just give us time. Hayden Panettiere also came out as bisexual last week. So another
she had an emotional interview.
Else came out as bi. Yeah,
that was an emotional.
She's a memoir.
Interview.
That's why she has a memoir coming out. Because I was like, I've seen her in a number of places. But,
and I was like, you know, girl, you can't be in Bringing Out All or Nothing and not be.
Yeah, Hayden is child star, right? I mean, it's been so many things she's been in, so it's like I don't know if I've ever clocked it, but I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. When I
I can
saw
see
it, I was
it.
like, yeah, sure.
I
can
felt
see
the
it.
energy
Yeah.
of it, but I was like, maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But good for
let me
her.
see. Yeah.
Good for her.
So even with, with people,
It's been a week for bisexuals.
It's been a week. Yeah, they all, Isaiah Rashad, like it's all been, I don't know if they picked these first 2 weeks of May, to kick it off, but
unofficial Bi Visibility Week.
Yeah, they said we're taking the first 2 weeks, okay? Yeah, Hayden Panettiere. I was like, is there anything? I'm looking at her IMDb to see if there's any movies that I was like, that girl might be gay.
That fully. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, that I was
no,
like,
I need to see the list.
It.
Hold on. What movies?
I'm gonna go down further because she's been in the game for a while too.
She really
Let's
has.
See. Started in 1996.
I could give
One
I Love
Life
You, Beth Cooper.
I was like, what's the first thing I saw her in? Like, I guess Remember the Titans.
Yeah, I mean that was like
she was
her
a
best.
little girl. Yeah, I guess that's her biggest thing, right?
And I feel like that honestly, that actually was like her lesbian or her bisexual awake.
Might be, yeah. She was kind of a tomboy, right? Yeah, so maybe, yeah.
That was probably it.
She's 36, so that's another peer.
We're the same age.
So yeah, so so okay, maybe, but I guess it didn't
that
stick
I've never
out to
heard
me.
of. I want to see it.
I know she's done a lot.
I didn't even know she was in A Bug's Life. Like what?
I know I saw that, but I think it said the video game, but is it no the Bug's Life? She's Dot. She's Dot. Oh wow, I didn't know she was Dot.
She's Dot.
Yeah.
Damn. She did great.
Wow.
Because Dot was great. Wow. Look
Dot
at this
was
live.
Great. A Bug's Life is such a good movie. It was great watching that back with
probably for Scream. I'm assuming it's probably for Scream.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I never watched Scream movies because I don't like scary movies.
Yeah, me neither. So I didn't really get that. Same.
So we're gonna blame it on Remember the Titans, which is hilarious.
I guess, yeah. She's tomboyish in that. Yeah, I did see that. So that Bring It On All or Nothing, is that the one with Solange in it?
Solange, absolutely.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, I didn't actually see that one, but that's when she was Solange.
I just watched the ending last night.
Really? That's so funny that you.
It's been playing a lot on like the movie channels, and so I'm like, yeah, I'll watch it. I'm in.
Yeah.
That was the only other good. It was Bring It On and
Heroes.
Then Bring It On or Nothing.
Heroes. Yeah, Heroes. Okay, maybe. But I mean, I never, I guess she never stuck out to me, but I forgot Heroes. That was such a...
I never got into it.
Really? I mean, you shouldn't have. It was like incredible first. It was just kind of like Lost, where the first like 2 seasons first season for sure, but first 2 seasons were great, and then it just tanked. It was awful.
Downhill.
They just wrote it down to the ground, literally. So... Okay, yeah. I was like, oh yeah, she was a cheerleader in Heroes. Heroes was good. They really did write that straight to the ground. But all right, well, shout out to our bisexuals. A lot of vocal bisexual conversation this week and everything. I don't have a bad queer opinion. I just wanted to actually just comment on the bisexuals. I guess it's their week.
We'll I figured it was a good conversation, like we had last week. So
there's a lot of that is a lot of bisexuals, and we love y'all. It's really y'all. We do. Again, a lot of y'all. We love y'all. A lot of y'all. So, all right. Well, we did it, bisexuals. Thank you, bisexuals. So, thank you, bisexuals. As always, honestly.
All right.
You got a friend in us.
Wrap up the show. I'm going to wrap up the show. But
they do. They have a friend in us. They do.
Giving shout outs to our faves. My shout out this week is to the book Ill Erotics. It's a Black Jamaican woman and self-making in times of HIV/AIDS. It's by Jallicia Jolly, who states that this book is rooted in years of listening, learning, and witnessing Black Jamaican women's intimate, political, and collective labor in the face of illness, reproductive violence, and inequality. A story of communal care, resistance, and possibilities of living and loving otherwise, of justice and joy, even in the most constrained conditions. So purchase that book. Follow at I am Jallicia, Jallicia, on IG.
Right. My shout out is to Isaiah Rashad, who released their 3rd studio album, It's Been Awful. Quick 16 track, 54 minutes. I love when things are under an hour. album. It's great. It's a good listen, honest album, worth the listen. Again, he's on TDE, and I think that they really do really good with artist development and letting them put out music when they've lived and have something to say. So there's features from SZA on there and a couple of other folks, but good production, good album. And again, a 54-minute listen, so it's not gonna take too much of your time, but worth the listen. Give it a shot. It's been awful, which is story of this year. So it's for real. So shout out to Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah. All right. Well, what a journey we went on in today's episode. Thank you all for being here and staying with us every time. We appreciate you. And we will see you next week.
Take care.